Christian, Coach Gundy was talking a lot about your maturity this year compared to a year ago, and being more used to the system, being more used to the what's expected of you physically, things like that. How do you feel you're handling this year compared to a year ago?
Definitely feel like I'm handling it more mature on the level of when I came in. The thing everybody in the world was dealing with, it kind of caught me off guard. Everybody else, I didn't know how they responded to it. I felt like I held my own composure, but coming around guys like him and other guys that got me on board, coming back for another year, showed me the real Cowboy way of doing things without COVID. Letting the program teach me what they know, how I should learn.
Christian, how do you see some of the young guys, Corey Black and Jabbar Muhammad, coming along?
I feel like they're coming on good. I feel like we have a room with a lot of younger guys that can fly around and play. You got guys like Corey Black and Jabbar who came a long way, mature level, and like mentally ready to get on the field this year. You got guys like DeMarco Jones who's making a push over the hump, and even Jordan Reagan who's also making a push over the hump. So it's gonna be an exciting room for the cornerbacks this year.
Put it all together with the safeties. How good can this secondary be?
I've been around for a minute, and so when I look at the secondary, I feel like it's put together really well, and it can be outstanding. You got guys like Kobe Hartfield come back, and he's locked in on a more mature level. I think he's still out here right now catching some extra balls. And you got guys like Tanner McAllister who came back, and you got guys the room's gonna be really great. The room's gonna be great. Trey Stone coming back. He's taking more of the. Congratulations to him. He became a father. He's taking more of the, the father of the group. He's trying to take control of the room. So having Trey Sterling come back really put us in a good position. So I feel like it'll be outstanding.
Brock, how you feeling health-wise?
It's the best I've felt, since I've gotten here. Honestly, I've been taking care of my body a lot better. Eating right, drinking water. Just getting my sleep at night, all the important things. It's really become a priority for me this year. Back when I was a little younger, I liked to have a little bit more fun instead of focusing on football, and then that just kind of comes with maturity, and I guess pretty much having a wife and a kid, so that stuff helps out.
With how many guys at that position didn't practice in the spring, given the opportunities to those freshmen, how does that help strengthen that position for you guys?
Leo positions, we don't even know what to do with all of them. We got so many of them. So, you got me, Trace, Tyron Irby, Jake Schultz, Ben Kapinski, you got a new guy, Colin Oliver, who I think will probably be an All-American by the end of his career. And so, I don't know what they're going to do with him. They may redshirt him, they may not. I don't know. We got so many guys at that position that we don't even know what to do with them.
That's high praise for Colin Oliver early on. What is it that stands out most about him to you?
He's just a freak athlete. He's strong in the weight room. He really takes his stuff serious. He asks questions. He's got a lot of help. He's got me, older guys like Trace, came from Edmond, Santa Fe, and when I was his age, I had some mentors, but none of them really that took it real serious. They'd help out here and there, but they kind of focused on going their own separate ways. Most of them were redshirt seniors, and I was a freshman, and then I took Trace under my wing when he got here. I'm trying to take Colin under my wing now, so I have all the praise for those guys.
You're throwing it back a little bit. You got your high school number. You got a long hair going. Can you kind of is that the maturity decisions? What's going on? What are you going back with?
I've been trying to get number 9 for a solid, 2, maybe 3 years. I don't even know. It's always been kind of didn't really want to argue too much about it, so I just kind of gave up. And then I was stretching out in the weight room like 3 or 4 months ago. I can't even remember. Justin was like, "Hey, I'm going to go to bat for you," and I was like, "What is this guy talking about?" And I showed up at 9 in my locker then, so that's pretty much how that happened.
Rondo.
Oh, and long hair is just, I like to do something different. I think 2 years ago I shaved it off completely. Last year I did a normal haircut. Actually, I think last year I was growing this haircut out, and then I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then committed to it this year.
You mentioned how having a wife and a kid now has changed your perspective a little bit. What would you say has maybe, I don't know, from a football standpoint, everything you're balancing, how has it changed your perspective the most?
Just to clarify, we're not married. Might as well be type deal. Common law. Having her and my son, it's it's really given me a why. You know, I've never really had a why. You know, I've always said I've kind of had a, you know, my family or this and that, and I want to go to the NFL. It's not really, I mean, they're whys, but it's not like a, you know, a reason to come out here and really go to work every day. And I could just feel the way that I just took care of things after he came along, or when he started to come along when she was pregnant. I really just kind of locked everything in. And, you know, he's my why, and he always will be from here on out with her. So, I mean, he's what I needed.
Is there a father club started on this team? I know Trey has had a